Hey everyone, it's Brandon and David with Lazy Bets.
How's it going, Tomsy?
It's just another day reviewing sports books. Today we're looking at 5Dimes. 5Dimes is one of the older and uh, I guess battle-tested sports books out there. It's been around since you and I were in our teenage years. You may say that it looks like it, and I would agree that it definitely does. It's just a basic website built
We
on
will be
some
getting to that later on.
very, very old PHP and probably some really rigged up API. But the fact of the matter is that it works. Dave, you've been a 5Dimes guy since we were teenagers. Let's talk about some of the things that you like about the sports book and what makes 5Dimes different than some of our other top sports books. Obviously, we tell our users to be diversified, and this is one of the books that we recommend. So why is that?
I definitely think 5 Dimes is a great option for our US customers out there. They're US friendly, but they also sort of break the mold in that they are pretty aggressive in offering prop bets. They offer one of the wider selections of bets that you'll find out there. They're usually first to the market, you would say. They open a lot earlier than some of the other sports books who are kind of waiting for the others to post lines. 5 Dimes is aggressive. They'll release their line first. They'll release a line that you won't find anywhere else. They're willing to take risks. They sort of trust their own odds makers over there, which is always good to see. But you'll find just an extremely wide selection. They've got every sport you could think of. You got to create an account to log in to see the selection. That's one of the odd things about their site. If you don't have an account, you probably can't look through all their options. But I recommend just making an account. You don't have to deposit right off the bat. That's usually advisable with the deposit bonus that they offer. But go take a look at all their options. It's crazy. It's the interface is a little outdated, that's for sure.
But the
Uh,
live bets aren't bad. That's one of the
yeah.
things we're looking at right now as we're going through the live bets ultra, and it takes a couple of seconds to load. But once you're in there, you've got a portfolio of about 100 live events that are going on that are all updating simultaneously. They've done a good job of keeping the API user friendly. It's just clunky. I mean, the thing about it is it's not really made for mobile, so you need this thing on a desktop computer. It can obviously go into your mobile device, but it's just going to be more difficult to use. It's not made for it, and it's not really um, great. It's cumbersome, and it definitely hinders the overall experience. But the point is that 5Dimes has an extensive group of lines, and you're right about the way that they open their lines. They trust their sports book, and that's one of the things that resonates about 5Dimes. I have several stories about Dave when we were in Vegas as kids when we were shopping for every single point, because that's basically what we did. We were value hunters, and we still are. But Dave would go into the sports book, and he'd be betting on 5 Dimes over the casino itself, because 5 Dimes would be giving him better value. But they trusted their lines, and they always seemed to stand by it. So that seems to be the thing that makes 5 Dimes reputable to me. The fact that their lines seem to be value oriented, their live betting is seamless in general, offers extensive selections from tennis to hockey to soccer to Russian leagues. I mean, you name it, you could bet it on 5 Dimes. If you're looking for action, you can get it pretty much all times of the night. From a casino perspective, they've got live dealer and all of the things you'd want for your impulse gambling. We obviously don't recommend that so much on Lazy Bets. We like to have a chance. But if you're looking to go play blackjack with some real people, literally you can play with people in Puerto Rico on 5 Dimes. That's a thing that exists. So they have that aspect of their casino, which makes them pretty versatile too. They're a cool entity, and I think that 5 Dimes is quite trustworthy. In terms of payouts, David, how has your payout experience been with 5 Dimes already? 5 Dimes implementation.
Yeah, flawless. They no wait time for me. I've heard horror stories. You hear horror stories all the when going online about
Every
it's
brand
crazy.
has horror
Every
stories. The thing
but
is, too, is people like to complain more than they do praise a site itself. I mean, there's not many people who will make videos telling people what actually happened on 5 Dimes. They're more inclined to tell somebody about a bad experience.
Exactly. I'm not going to go online and post, hey, yeah, I did get paid out when I asked them to pay me out. I'm not going to post a review that's uh, that's the expected. So yeah, no problems ever with 5 Dimes. Yeah, their customer service is great too. It has sort of a personal feel. I know that sometimes it seems like a faceless, nameless person you're speaking to on the other side, but I've always had a good experience with customer service at 5Dimes. So really just a top-notch book. Couldn't recommend them higher. Really, maybe number one in terms of if you're a US sports gambler and you want a reliable experience, if you don't maybe care so much about the UI, I think 5Dimes is a great option.
But again, 3 or 4 books is what we always recommend,
Absolutely.
given the fact that they are so different. And even if you've ever been in Las Vegas, you'll notice that when you're walking around from casino to casino, not every casino is the same. I mean, Dave and I know this well. We are going to Vegas in a couple months here for NBA Summer League, and because of past experiences, we know where we need to go to find those NBA Summer League lines that are so volatile that you will not have any edge, and you're just basically gambling for fun. But that's what we do when we're in Vegas for the Summer League. We bet on stupid things. And so we'll go to the Hooters Casino because that's where they have the lines. The sharpshooters will see you in the William Hill book, okay?
William Hill kiosk at the Hooters. That is where the real degenerates are during Summer League.
I'm going to be honest, though, too. I hate to get away from 5Dimes because they are a great book, but we have to talk about something really quickly. Hooters has the best price on all of the strip in terms of food. If you're balling on a budget and you don't want to pay somebody $50 for a hamburger, roll yourself down to Hooters and pay some average pricing for some average wings, because that's what you're going to get. And you're going to get some large fake boobs. But at the same point, 5Dimes should be bet while you're in Hooters. You should be comparing the lines to William and Hill. We couldn't find NBA Summer League even on 5Dimes when we were out last time. But 5Dimes does give you pretty much everything else. And I wouldn't be surprised if they start including Summer League basketball this year. Final thing, David, how long does it typically take you to get a payout on 5Dimes? I know they have crypto. I think they also have a bonus going. One of the things that makes 5Dimes special is the fact that they have the lowest industry juice out there. That's the thing that makes them pretty cool. They won't be taking a ton from your bets. I think there's a lot to be liked about this particular casino.
Absolutely. Yeah. I couldn't recommend it higher if you're looking for a safe place to make a wide variety of sports bets with some lines that are going to beat the other books, which is, I mean, that's probably the number one thing you should be looking for. Good lines.
Don't be scared of the interface is basically what we're saying.
Right. We've been looking at the same interface for probably 10, 15 years.
This stupid ball has been driving me insane forever. But
so many check boxes. You're gonna have to do a lot of checkbox checking.
But
5Dimes.
Good lines, good payouts. It only takes about 2 weeks to get a check, I believe. Have you been? Yeah. You experienced the same?
2 weeks or less for me every time.
Yeah, it just depends on what state you're in and how quickly they process it. But you'll definitely get your money out of this book. And cryptocurrency is available, much like the others. Bonus available for first-time depositors as well. Check that out periodically to make sure that you've got the right one. These ones change all the time, but our links are always updated to have the most relevant offers. So if you click the link to deposit, either on this video or below on the page where you're reading this, or on our website, if you're on Twitter, you'll be able to find the top deposit bonus for 5Dimes, Bovada, BetOnline AG, really whatever you're looking for. We've got relationships with all of them to make sure that you get the best possible deal. So, thank you again for watching this, and don't be afraid of 5Dimes. It's one of the better ones out there.
Thanks, folks.